Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Oh my goodness, ladies. Pull up a chair and let me tell you what's been happening on General Hospital these days. My heart has been pounding like a drum ever since I saw all this mess with Willow unfolding. I've been watching the show for such a long time, and I swear I never thought sweet little Willow would turn into someone I barely recognize anymore. It just makes me shake my head and whisper, bless her heart, but in the saddest way possible. You know, I was sitting right here in my living room with my afternoon tea when the scene started getting darker and darker. Willow shot Drew, yes. She really did it. 2 shots right in the back. That poor man suffered a stroke because of her, and she's been keeping him hidden away like he's some kind of secret she needs to bury. And then to make it even worse, she left her own mother Nina's fingerprints on a syringe so it would look like Nina was the one who drugged him. Can you believe that? It felt like a cold warning, almost like she was saying, you'd better choose me and keep quiet, mama, or else. Nina was completely shocked. She kept telling Willow she would protect her no matter what, but I could see the fear and worry all over her face. Willow doesn't seem to trust anyone right now, not even the woman who gave birth to her. I think a lot of that comes from the terrible way she grew up in that cult. It left scars so deep that now she's terrified of losing any bit of control, and she's willing to hurt the people closest to her just to feel safe. But honey, that's not even the scariest part for me. There's this poor girl, Justinda, who used to walk a hard road in life, now trying to build something better. She's working for Nina at Crimson, and she's been spending time around Michael's children. Willow found out and tracked her down at the bar. The way she warned Justinda to stay away from the kids, it didn't sound like a simple mother's concern at all. It felt heavy and threatening, like a storm cloud hanging over that young woman's head. I sat there praying, Lord, please keep that girl safe. She's right there near the children, and the thought of anything happening to her or those little ones just makes my stomach twist. Michael, bless his soul, knows exactly what kind of darkness has taken hold of Willow. He sees her for who she's become, an angry, desperate woman who might do just about anything to hold on to her power. Because they share those precious children, he's been holding back, giving her one last chance, hoping she would choose the right path and not drag everyone down with her. He's been torn up inside, I can tell. Any good father would feel that way. But Willow, she doesn't seem to care about second chances anymore. She looks like she's ready to go even further, even if it means someone innocent ends up getting hurt or worse. That's when I knew things had gone too far. Michael finally decided he couldn't wait any longer. He had to protect his family and all the other good people who might get caught in Willow's storm. I saw him sitting down with his sister Christina, and when she asked him straight out, "Are you saying you have proof that Willow shot Drew?" My heart just about stopped. He does have evidence now, real proof, that could bring everything crashing down on Willow. It looks like her little reign of power is about to come to an end, and honestly, I think it's the right thing, even though it hurts to watch. Watching all this has me thinking so much about how quickly life can spin out of control. One bad choice leads to another, and before you know it, the walls are closing in tighter and tighter. Willow still has that fancy title as a congresswoman, and I guess it gave her a false sense of strength. She's been acting so bold lately, marching up to people and making demands like she owns the whole town. But power like that doesn't last when it's built on lies and fear. I keep wondering who else might get pulled into this mess before it's all over. Nina? The children? Even poor Justinda, who's just trying to start fresh. My heart aches for all of them. For Nina, who's caught between protecting her daughter and doing what's right. For Michael, who's carrying such a heavy burden and still trying to be a good man. For those sweet babies who deserve a peaceful home instead of all this chaos. And yes, even for Willow herself. Deep down, I still see the girl she used to be, the one who wanted love and family so badly. But right now, she's completely lost control, and when someone feels that cornered and desperate, they can do the most terrible things without even realizing how far they've gone. I'll be honest with you, ladies, I've been glued to my screen, sipping my tea and saying little prayers for everyone in Port Charles. This storyline is hitting me harder than most because it feels so real. It reminds me that sometimes the people we love the most can hurt us the deepest when fear takes over. I truly hope Willow finds her way back to the light before it's too late, but the way things are going, it doesn't look easy. The truth is coming out, and I have a feeling we're about to see a whole lot of fireworks in the next few episodes. So tell me, have you been watching too? My goodness, what a ride this is turning out to be. Let's keep each other company through all this drama. Hold on to your hearts, because in Port Charles, things have a way of getting a whole lot worse before they get better. But I still believe there's always a little bit of hope hiding somewhere, even in the darkest corners. I'll be right here waiting to see what happens next, just like you. God bless all those characters, and God bless us for loving this wild, wonderful show so much. I can't wait to chat with you again after the next episodes. This one's going to stay with me for a while. Let me tell you what's been weighing on my mind. It looks like this man named Sidwell might be stepping into the picture to help Willow with some of her biggest problems. I don't know all the details yet, but from what I'm seeing, he could make a few very serious troubles disappear for her. And if those recordings or tapes somehow get deleted, then Justinda and Michael might suddenly stop being problems too. Can you imagine? The thought alone gives me chills. Willow seems so determined to wipe away anything and anyone standing in her way right now. It feels like she's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her world from falling apart, and Sidwell might just be the dangerous help she's looking for. Then there's poor Nina. My heart breaks for that woman. She is being controlled so tightly by her own daughter. Part of it comes from a mother's deep love. Nina loves Willow so much that she can't bring herself to walk away, even when she sees how wrong things have become. But the bigger part is fear. Willow is holding on to evidence that she can use to blackmail her mother and force her to obey. Nina feels trapped, and I can see it in her eyes every time she appears on screen. I suspect that for now, Willow might decide to leave her mother alone instead of trying to remove her completely. After all, Nina is cooperating, so that removes one big headache for Willow. But ladies, just think about it being a mother and living every day afraid of your own child. That kind of pain is something no woman should ever have to carry. It makes my eyes well up just talking about it. Michael, bless his heart, is in a completely different state right now. He is furious, and I don't blame him one bit. Willow had the audacity to go find Justinda and warn her, actually threaten her to stay far away from their children. Yet when Michael tried to do the same thing with Drew, asking him to keep his distance from the kids, Willow refused flat out. The double standard is just shocking. I can already imagine how Willow would try to defend herself. She'd probably say the difference is that Drew is a respected congressman while Justinda used to be a prostitute. But Michael sees right through all that. He believes Drew is actually worse than Willow herself, and even worse than Justinda. And you know what? I quietly agree with him. Drew may look polished and important on the outside, but his heart doesn't seem any cleaner than the mess Willow has created. I've watched Michael struggle so much with this. He knows exactly what kind of darkness has taken over Willow. She has completely lost control. She's no longer thinking about her children, her mother, or anyone else, only about protecting herself and holding on to whatever power she has left. That's why, even though it clearly tears him up inside, Michael has decided he must act. His choice to fight back and bring the truth out feels like the right thing to do, no matter how painful it is. If he waits any longer, too many innocent people could get hurt, the children, Justinda, Nina, maybe even more. Sometimes a good man has to make a hard decision to protect the ones he loves, and I believe this is one of those moments. Sitting in my chair watching all this unfold, I keep thinking how quickly a person can lose their way. Willow started out wanting nothing more than love and a stable family. But fear and desperation have pushed her so far that she's now willing to harm the very people who should matter most to her. The more she feels cornered, the more dangerous she becomes. Every new episode leaves me whispering little prayers for everyone caught in this storm. I truly hope Michael can keep his children safe and bring some peace back to their lives. I hope Nina finds the strength to break free from her daughter's control before it destroys her completely. And deep down, even after everything, a small part of me still hopes Willow will open her eyes and come back to herself before it's too late. But from the way things are heading, I'm afraid Willow is going to pay a very steep price for all the pain and fear she has caused. Port Charles feels heavier than usual these days, doesn't it? I'll keep watching every episode, holding my breath and hoping for some light to break through all this darkness. I'd love to know if you ladies are watching too. Do you feel the same mix of worry, sadness, and anger that I do? Come back and tell me what you think after the next episode's air. We can sit here together, share our thoughts, and hold on to that little bit of hope that justice and healing might still find their way into this story. Until then, take good care of yourselves, keep your hearts gentle, and remember that even in the wildest soap opera storms, there's usually a morning after. I'll be right here waiting with my tea, ready to talk more when the next chapter unfolds. God bless all those characters, and God bless us for caring so deeply about them.